Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about getting images. How do we get them if the house is gated? Is the gate locked? Is the gate unlocked? What exactly is it that I do to ensure that I get as many images as I can in order to keep QC from sending back my work? Today we're going to talk a little bit about it. Stick around and you don't want to miss it. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how I get my images in the back of the homes when there's a gate. Is the gate locked? Is the gate unlocked? Should I go? Should I not go? This is going to be one of those videos that's most definitely going to help those of you who are new to the game of field inspection and you're wondering what is it that you need to do to ensure that you get as many images as you possibly can in order to make sure that the QC do not be sending your work back to you. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys, but before I go there, I want to show you this little gadget here, this little monopod here that I purchased here. A lot of you guys have seen it. This thing right here will hold a camera and it'll also hold a phone, okay? And this right here, as you see here, is a remote control. This is my second one, but that's a different story, okay? I left the first one somewhere. I have to tell you guys about that later. But apparently they somewhere taking selfies with my stick, okay? So I went on ahead and ordered another one because I love it so much. But this has a remote that you can actually detach from it, take it out, hold it in your hand, or you can just put it back in there, okay? So now outside of the remote, this right here has an adjustable, right here on the side, there's a screw. If you unscrew it, you can pull it up, you can adjust it to whatever angle you want it to be. And this is for roof, right? But not only is it for roof, because this is not what this video is about. This video is about getting those images when the gates are locked. Okay? So, as you know, it'll continue to roll out, and it rolls out, and it gets longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. Okay, I'm showing you that so that when you see a certain images on my video, you'll know that's how I got the picture. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to jump right into how I get these images. Okay, so now let's say you pull up to an address, right? Get out of your car, you have your pad, you have your information that you need to present when you knock on the door. You walk up to the door, you ring the doorbell, and no one answers. No one comes to the door. You don't hear no sound on the inside. There's no evidence that anyone is there. You know you still need to get these photos. Of course, it's not an apartment. And for those of us who are familiar with this game of inspection, we all know that the best times of getting pictures is when no one is at home. Why? Because there's no one there to bother you. You can get them done. Snap, 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 snap. Back in the car before you get out of the car, you're already rolling down the street to the next neighborhood. So it's a really quick and done deal when no one's there. So what do we do and how do we get images when we run into snags? So I'm going to show you the next picture so you can get an idea of what I mean by a snag. Now this is an image of the same home. Now apparently you can see it's from the back because the pretty trees are in the front. So yes, I did most definitely enter the yard. No one was at home. But how did I get in if the gate is closed? Okay, this side, as you can see, it's a full wall. There's no way to get in and out. How am I going to get back there? So before I make a decision as to whether I'm going to try to get as many pictures as I can without getting to the back, I'm going to at least attempt to get to the back, and that's going to take us to the actual next slide. Okay, so same house in the back still, and this is on the left-hand side of the home. Now, as you can see, there is a gate door there. So how did I get in? Let's take a look. Now this is kind of blurred because I tried to zoom in, but there's a little latch there. The door is not as tall as you think it is, and I'm 5'7". When I knocked on the door, no one responded. So I left my tag on the door. I walked around to the left side. I didn't see, let me take that back. The right side, I didn't see a way to get in. It was just a wall. So I came around over to the left side, and I could see that there was a little door there. There was no entry, privacy, don't enter, no trespassing, none of those things. I walked up to the gate. I went to push it. It didn't open. So I unlatched the latch. I open the door very easily, which is what I do. Make sure there's nobody sitting back there that was just ignoring me. Make sure I don't see any dogs. I don't hear any dogs. Bear in mind now, a dog is going to make you aware that they're there before you even realize that you're there, okay? You could be getting out of your car, and before you can even step onto the sidewalk, you're going to hear some barking. And if you don't, and the dog is in the house getting into something, when you walk up to that door, as soon as you ring that doorbell, you're going to hear the dogs, and you already know you got dogs in the house. Well, everybody don't take their dog in their car with them when they leave the house, okay? When they go to work, things like that, those dogs roam those homes, so you already know they're in there. So you want to make sure that you'll be careful of all of those things and the potential of things that could happen. Now, I'm going to tell you, well, you know what? We'll bring that up in a little later in the video. Let's continue on. So that latch, I opened that latch, and that's what allowed me to get into the back, take my pictures. I'm very swift. My camera is already set on camera. All I have to do is press the little button and it's going to snap, okay? So I don't waste time. Now, bear in mind now, let me remind you guys, this is not, okay? Let me say this loud enough for you guys to understand, okay? For those of you who are new and are kind of worried about it, do not be worried about it. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own way. It is not that serious, okay? You have a certain amount of pictures that you need to take. It all depends on the company itself. It all depends on what kind of images they may want you to take based off of the insurance policy, okay? Don't worry about it. If they don't have anything on that gate that says you can't enter, now some people just completely don't enter at all. And if that's the way you feel, then don't, okay? Because I did not start this video to tell anybody to do as I do, okay? I'm just trying to give you some tips and tricks and some ideas, put some stuff in your head to make you aware of things that can allow you to get this done without thinking so much about it, okay? These people, the companies that I'm working for, these are insured people. These are people who either have insurance already, they are attempting to purchase new insurance, or they have insurance and they are trying to add to their insurance, okay? So they already know that eventually somebody's going to show up. So in case someone is in the house and they did not hear me, or they think they heard me, or they took their time to come to the door and I moved too quick for them, I left a sticker or a tag on the doorknob based off the company that I came for. And when they open the door, they're going to see it. They're going to know that there's an insurance person in the yard, okay? But not one time has I had anybody ever walk up on me in the back of their house because I moved. I'm too quick for that. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. All right. So this house here on the right-hand side, the other side was blocked as well, okay? But on this side here, it had an actual opening door. And it looks like it's maybe wide enough to actually unlock, open it up, and pull a car in. I'm not sure. I don't take time to just be investigating these houses like that. I come to do a job and get out, okay? So this one right here, as you can see, it has an actual lock. I had to pull it in just a little closer to make sure you guys see. So there's a lock on it, okay? So that's the same thing to me as saying private, keep out, okay? I mean, what else is going to say? I can't get in. It's locked, all right? But I knew that outside of this image for this home in the front, I could do the address verification. I could do an image of the front of the house. I could do an image on the left side of the house that shows that there's a little small wooden wall there that isn't even a door at all, so you can't get back there. But there's also the left side, which is what we're looking at now, where the right side faces on my side, which is what we're looking at now, and there's a lock and I can't get any images. So that's the only thing I was going to be able to do, okay, outside of taking roof photos. So I knew there had to be something back there because I could see in the crack. So what did I do to at least save myself and get at least a few more photos to help me out? I'm going to show you. So remember when I showed you my pod, right? My monopod stick. So I decided to use a monopod stick because through the crevices of the door there, I could see that there were things in the back that the actual company did want me to get based off of the insurance that they were looking for. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get these images. I don't waste any time when I get out of the car. I already have my stick, so I just go ahead and get it done, and I'm going to show you what I did. And I don't know if viewing this image, you can actually tell that clearly I'm up high, but in actuality, I'm not up high. I used my stick, set that timer for 3 seconds. I clicked the button and I reached over the actual fence there and I snapped the photo. So now I do have a right-hand side of the house. You can see the driveway. There's a right-hand side of the house. You can actually see even a little bit more image of the roof, which is not what I used it for, but you can also see a detachable garage in the back. So now what I did was I just made a duplicate of that photo. One image said right side and the other image said detached garage in the back. Now this is another home that I went to, and as you can see, the gate is open. Okay, so no one is there. The gate is open. I don't hear a dog. I don't see evidence of a dog. So yes, I most definitely went in the back. Okay, I got all the images that I needed to get. And let me tell you something. This is for everybody. A lot of people probably already know. I know a lot of people who do this job. They're very familiar with it. But I just want to let you guys know that, yeah, there are times when, I may feel a little iffy about a situation. And I'm wondering, should I go in the back? Should I not go in the back? But I don't waste no time about it because I learned to look for certain stuff each and every time. So when I roll up, if the gate looks as though it's closed, sometimes I could just tell by looking at the fence that I'm not going to be able to get in. I already know I'm not getting in there. I can tell. The gate may be long, the gate may be very tall, and I know I can't reach over. Okay, well, even if I could reach over, if it's that tall, that's telling me, private, keep out, okay? I don't know what's really back there. I don't know what's going on back there. And just because you don't always hear a dog, don't mean that there's not a dog present. Now, bear in mind, now, a lot of these suburban areas, locations where I go to around here, people have their dogs in the house because they treat their dogs like their kids. So dog ain't gonna be outside. Dogs is in the house. I have been to a location or two, and they not only have dogs in the backyard, but they got goats too. Okay, pull up in the neighborhood, and I hear roosters. Okay, so I already know I am not going in no backyard if there's a gate. And I'm just sorry. It ain't even gotta say be aware of dog. I'm not going back there because I already know something's gonna pop out around that corner, and I am not gonna be running from a dog. Let me tell you something. If you run up on a big dog in the back of somebody's yard and you clearly can see that it may be possible that there's one somewhere, because they see you, they make themselves known when you roll up, right? So you already know there's a dog there, okay? So now if one roll up on you, snatch a hole in you, rip your pants leg, okay? Dig all up in the crevices of your shins and your crack. Who you gonna sue? You ain't gonna sue nobody. You wanna know why? Because first of all, the gate was closed and you opened it. At the end of the day, even though you came for the insurance, that's these people's yard. Okay? So you can't sue nobody. Nothing's gonna happen. But you just gonna be somewhere butt hurt, okay, and sensitive about the fact. So let's move on. Gate was open, I went in. Now this home I actually went to, this home is very large, okay? So I saw a side gate. I went to the door, I knocked, nobody answered the doorbell, nothing. I went and looked off the side, off of the left-hand side. It was like really high up in the air. I took the best photo I could take from the bottom ground. And then I saw this side. I had traveled a little bit because this was in one of my routes. So I said, ooh, I done come far. Let me check and see if I could get in. So I walked over here to it and I just simply pushed it. And when I pushed it, it opened. Okay, now, I don't know of nobody who have gates that you can push and it just opens up on big, huge homes unless somebody's at home. So 9 times out of 10, they were just ignoring me, right? This is how I looked at it. All right, so let me show you what I saw. So when I pushed the door open and peeked around, this is on the right-hand side. You see all those stairs? Now, Those stairs lead to the back. There's a pool back there. There's a up in the top. There's a pool up there. There's a backyard. I know because eventually I did go up, but not on this day. I actually contacted the people. I backed my butt right on back, shut the gate real nice and easily, got in my car, and drove on about my business to the next location. I said I'll put it back in my stack, and when the time comes for me to actually go back into that area, then I'll make sure I call and see if I can get someone to meet me at the home so that I can go up, because clearly they might have been gone. They might have actually left the house, but for that gate to be open on a house so huge, okay? And when I went to the back and got back there and I seen nothing but glass, very easy for someone to slip in and be trying to rob this place, I just feel like clearly the gate was open because someone was there and they either didn't hear me, they weren't paying attention, maybe they were napping, maybe they was in an area of the home and they didn't hear the doorbell. And now I done creeped up these stairs, and when I get to the back, where I noticed after I got there through an appointment that the whole back was glass, and then they're gonna look up and they like, Mom, there's a black lady in the back. She's in the backyard. There's someone back here. Look, let me tell y'all something. I ain't trying to catch a slug or get hit in my chest because I'm somewhere clearly was way out of my range. So locations like this, you have to use common sense. So now let's talk about these signs. The no trespassing signs. Before you can even go up to the door, you already see it's a no trespassing sign. You don't see a car. Even if you do see a car in the yard, it doesn't matter. You knock, tap, 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 nobody answers. You ring the doorbell, ding, ding, dong. Nobody responds, nobody says nothing. Okay, you leave a tag on the home. And this is what I do. Some companies say don't take any pictures at all until after you've knocked. But let me tell you something. Suppose you go up to the door and you knock on the door and someone comes to the door and they say, no, we ain't doing all that. I don't want that. You still gotta have verification that you was there. You gotta have some sort of image that you was there. So if they done already told you no, what you look like going ahead and start snapping photos, and these people just told you no. Okay, get hit in the chest. So what I do is, when I get out of the car, my phone is already on camera when I get out. When I get out, I snap the address. If it's on the sidewalk, I get that, okay? If it's not there, but before I roll up to the door on my way, I'm going to stop real mid-stride in the middle of the yard, and I'm going to snap a picture of the house. Then when I get to the door, I'm going to snap a picture of the address, okay? So now when I knock on the door, nobody's there, nobody's saying nothing, whatever. The side gate, clearly it could be unlatched. I can see it don't even have a lock on it, but it has this sign. This sign says no trespassing. To me, that means no trespassing. I don't care if it ain't nothing in the backyard, but one stick, and one blade of grass. I don't care what's back there. It don't have to be nothing back there at all. I don't care. I'm not going in these people's yard. Why? Because they have a sign that says no trespassing, and I respect that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of the sign to show that there's a sign. And then I'm going to take a picture of the right side, left side, all right? That's all I can do. And if I can get the images of the roof from the front, I'm going to get the images of the roof from the front, and I am out of there. Same thing with this sign right here, private keep out. If I roll up and they have a fence, and not a wood fence, the wire fence that's really low, like halfway, like a 4 foot, and it could be all the way around the edge of the house at the edge of the sidewalk where you can't even get to the door. If it says on that sidewalk, on that sign, private keep out, written right there at that sidewalk, I'm not opening the gates because I respect all signs. I take a picture of the sign so that the company can see that it said privacy keep out, which is one of the stipulations of most companies anyway. If it says that, don't enter, right? But I can also know that from where I am, I can get a picture of the address. I can get a picture of the front of the house. I can lift my pod and try to get as clear of a picture as I can of the roof. If long as the house ain't too tall, I can move over and get a picture of the right. I can move over and get a picture of the left and be on about my business. Respect the signs, guys. Respect the signs. Okay, so now let's talk about this beware of dog sign. All right. Now, you know how some people have that ADT sign on their home. They say the home is secured by such and such and such and such. You know, you can get all those stickers off Amazon all day long, every day. Doesn't mean at all that the house is secured, okay? The same thing goes for the beware of dog. A lot of time they have beware of dog sign, there is no dog. I've seen a beware of dog sign on a gate and come to find out the house is empty and nobody lives in it, everybody's gone, okay? There could be a beware of dog sign that people put there to just ward off people who they think gonna try to harm, and they don't even have no dog. Then there's dogs that they have, little chihuahuas in the inside ready to nibble at your ankles. That's another song and dance that I'll talk about later. But at the same time, that dog ain't nothing for you to be worried about. So this is what I do, because some people are worried about the beware of dog sign. So if I roll up, sometimes you can get out of the car, you hear dogs barking, you don't know where them dogs coming from. You don't know which house is coming from. You're in a neighborhood where these people got their dog outside, okay? These dog outside like in the country. They outside. So when you get out the car, the dog's seeing you through the fences and all. The dogs is barking. You don't know where the dog is, so you don't know if this house has a dog or not. So what you're going to do is you're going to respect that sign. You're not going to try to go back there and deal with a dog, okay? Now, there has been times that I've seen a sign and I can see clearly no dog is there. I have knocked on that door. Dog didn't start barking. A dog is not like a person, okay? He ain't gonna be sitting over in the cut like this. Come on through the fence. I bet you won't. See, dog ain't doing that. A dog gonna make you aware that they are present, okay? So if the dog ain't barking, and when you walk up to that fence, let me tell you something. When I get up to the fence, I be making all kind of noise at the fence. Especially when I know ain't nobody at home. If don't no dog dot their eye around that corner, and go to barking and cutting around that corner, sometimes I will take a chance, push it right on open, with ease. But I move so fast. I'm like, click. When I get around that corner, I'm going to get one shot. You better get the best shot you can get. I'm out of there. But at the same time, you do not have to go in if you see beware of dog. Because remember I told you, don't do what I do. Unless you brave enough, just don't do it, okay? But if you want to take a chance, as long as you remember, dog make you aware they're there before you know you're there, okay? If you don't hear no dog, he ain't around that corner waiting, okay? Listen, be quiet. You hear some growling, you hear some moaning like something waiting on you, baby, don't go back there, okay? Don't even go back there, especially if you're not quick. Don't go back there. Just leave that gate closed, take a picture of it, and go on about your business, all right? So we back to this image, and I pulled it up for a reason. I'm gonna use this as an example, okay? Let's pretend like the other side of this fence said, beware of dog, okay? But I've knocked, nobody answered. I rung the doorbell, I can hear it blaring, nobody answered, but I also did not hear any sign of a dog. So when I opened the gate and I get ready to come in, there are particular things that I do look for. This gate is not locked, which means that I push this thing open. Yeah, I'm gonna come in, okay? I'm coming in. I'm here for the insurance. I'm not here playing no games, okay? I told you guys I don't get all dressed up cute, thinking cute is enough, and roam around here. I already know what I am. I already know I'm 1/3. Okay? I already know what's going on. I already know what the dealio is. For those of you who didn't catch it, think about it and catch it later. I put my vest on so that they know I'm here on business. I got my clipboard. I have everything in my hand. I leave a sticker on the front. I open that gate, okay? But when I come through, I move still swiftly, but I'm making sure and I'm looking for certain things so I know how fast I may need to move, okay? Dog could be in the house sleep, okay? I'm going to show you what to look out for when you turn the corner. So I don't know if everybody knows exactly what this is, so I'm going to tell you to help you out just a little bit. This is a doggy hole, okay? Now this doggy hole was not actually on this house, but it was actually on another one, but I decided I would download it, zoom it in really fast because I didn't want to set the whole yard out because, you know, it's somebody's house and I really don't want to do that. But this is an example of what a doggy hole looks like, okay? So if you turn the corner and you're moving slow and you happen to see a doggy hole on the side of the house, or you get around the back and you see a doggy hole, that should help you put some fire behind your butt, okay? Because there could be a lazy dog that was in the house sleep, and it'll come out the doggy door, okay? The doggy door, even when the insured tell you, yeah, you can go in the back, because I've had this happen, and they say, sure, go in the back. And as soon as you go back there good, you hear the dog. Now they're like, wait, no. I can hear them, right? And at that time, the little doggy dog is flapping, but the owner come out the side so quick, and grab him before he can get all the way out, okay? So the doggy door is nothing to play with, all right? If you don't want to be dealing with a dog, I'm not saying you're afraid of dogs. Most of us are not afraid of dogs. But let me tell you something. I most definitely am not trying to be in the back of somebody's yard and the doggy door flap open and this big dog jumps out at me, right? And now I got to catch a case. Okay, scratch that. Just know that I'm going to protect myself against a dog. But am I in the right to protect myself against a dog when I'm in these people's yard? So always be vigilant about everything around you. Make sure you're watching, okay? So now I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, giving you a little taste of what I do and how I work when I'm out there. I just wanted to say one more last thing. I know I said it before. I just want to say it again. Please get out of your own way. Get out of your own head. It's really not that serious, okay? Do not put yourself in danger. Be careful out there when you're doing these field inspection jobs or any job where it's going to require you to have to roll up in someone's yard. Just be careful. Be vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Always be safe. Always watch all of your surroundings. Because I'm telling you, depending on where you are, when you get out of your car, the area, the energy is positive, it's beautiful, and you just know already that when you get ready to go in this yard, nothing's gonna bother you. I'm just telling you, seriously, you can tell a lot based off your surroundings whether you should or shouldn't take a chance on someone's yard, okay? So now, as far as the gates, a lot of you are probably gonna be against what I said. You're gonna be like, well, if there's a gate there, I don't open the gate. Okay, you don't have to open the gate, but I'm telling you, you're gonna not last long in this job if you don't start opening up some gates on places that you go where appointment is not required. If it's not a lock on it and it doesn't say privacy or don't know trespass, don't say none of that. These people are aware that you're coming. Now, if you're working for a shiesty company and this shiesty company trying to tell you, I'm going to say something that one company told me, and I know that some of you probably work for this company. I'm not even going to call the company name because you already know if you read the fine print. It said to be discreet. Did I say that right? Discreet. Be as discreet as possible. Get in, get out. You can even do images through the car while you're in the car as long as you let the windows down. So I'm thinking to myself, most companies say don't take images from your car. This one said you can take images from the car as long as the window down because they don't want no glare from the window. Be as discreet as possible. Be as discreet as possible for what? Okay, so that means that the person at the house don't even know you coming to take pictures. So what exactly are we taking pictures for? Okay, so now if you work for a company like that, don't you go in these people's backyard because you know what? These people don't even know you coming. They don't got no idea, okay? You don't make me bring out all the country. These people ain't got no idea you coming to their house. Don't go in their yard, and these people don't even know that you coming. It don't say that they have insurance. Don't say nothing. It's just some company wants you to take some pictures, okay? You're gonna mess around here and catch a slug. That being said, be careful out there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. But not before you do what? Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Because you know I'm bringing you something else back later. Y'all, please be careful. Don't catch no slugs. Mess around here and get caught one right up in the chest. Bye.